Section 103 of the Companies Act of 2013. Quorum. What is quorum? Quorum is basically the minimum number of members to be present to constitute a valid meeting. Section 103 prescribes the minimum number of members. So first let us look at public company. In a public company, the minimum number of members is based on the number of shareholders. There are three classes. The first class is if there are up to 1,000 shareholders. If there are up to 1,000 shareholders, the minimum number of members to be present is 5. So if we have 5 shareholders for a company up to 1,000 shareholders, the quorum is validly constituted. Now, if that company has 1,000 to 5,000 shareholders, at that time we need minimum 15 members to be present for us to constitute the valid quorum. Then if a public company has more than 5,000 shareholders, at that time minimum 30 shareholders should be present for us to have a valid quorum. This was not there in the earlier 1956 Act. Now coming to private limited company, what is the quorum? In private limited company, the rule is very simple. 2 members should be personally present to constitute the quorum. Here the important thing for us to understand is personally present. Only when they are personally present, the quorum is valid. Otherwise, if we have anyone who is appointing a proxy, at that time we do not comply with section 103. 103 says personally present. And it doesn't matter what is the shareholding of these persons. You can have just 2 people have 1 share each of 10 rupees. If they come for the meeting and personally present and nobody else comes, still the meeting is validly constituted because we have the quorum as per section 103. Now going further, what if the quorum is not present? At that time, if the quorum is not present within 30 minutes, so what is important? Quorum should be present within 30 minutes of the starting of the meeting. If the quorum is not present, it will be adjourned same time next week. So the meeting will be adjourned to the same time of next week. That is, the 3 days notice should be given for the next meeting. And further, if it is a requisitionist meeting, so we have a concept of requisitionist calling for the meeting. If it is a requisitionist meeting, at that time the meeting stands to be cancelled. Now one thing I just have to add for you to understand adjournment to the same time of next week, what is important is a paper advertisement has to be given. Without this paper advertisement, we cannot say that the meeting can be validly constituted at the time of adjournment. So when we talk about adjournment meeting about same time next week and all this, this applies to both the private companies and the public limited companies.